Did you know that your brain can read minds? Well, kind of. No, I'm not talking about some X-Men style superpower or secretly installing a lie detector app on your phone. I'm talking about something real, scientific, and surprisingly accurate. The ability to read emotions, intentions, and thoughts just by looking at someone's face, body language, and subtle cues. Imagine being able to tell what your boss is really thinking when they say, "That's an interesting idea," or knowing if your friend is actually fine when they say they're fine. Spoiler, they're probably not. This isn't magic, it's psychology. And today, I'm going to teach you how to read minds using a skill called theory of mind. Plus, we'll test your abilities with something fascinating, reading the mind in the eyes test. By the end of this video, you'll be able to decode people's thoughts, emotions, and maybe even tell when someone's lying. Ready? Let's go. First, let's clear something up. Mind reading is not telepathy. If you were hoping to sit on your couch and summon thoughts from people like some kind of Jedi, sorry, that's not how it works. But here's what's actually happening. Your brain is constantly scanning for clues to predict what people are thinking or feeling. This is part of something called theory of mind, which is basically your brain's ability to understand that other people have thoughts, emotions, and perspectives that are different from yours. And believe it or not, this skill develops when you're around 4 years old. Before that, kids think everyone sees the world exactly like they do. That's why little kids are terrible at lying. They assume that if they know the truth, you must know it too. But as we grow, we start developing a sixth sense for emotions. Some people become experts at this, like psychologists, poker players, and your mom, when she instantly knows you're lying. The good news? You can train your brain to be better at this. All right, let's get into the good stuff. If you want to read minds, you need to pay attention to the small things most people ignore. 1. The eyes, the ultimate window to the mind. They say eyes are the windows to the soul, but they're also the best way to tell what someone is really thinking. A psychologist named Simon Baron-Cohen, yes, he's related to Sacha Baron Cohen, aka Borat, created the Reading the Mind in the Eyes test, RMET. This test shows you pictures of people's eyes and asks you to guess what emotion they're feeling. Surprisingly, most people score way above random guessing. Why? Because our brains are wired to pick up on tiny details in the eyes, like whether someone is nervous, excited, angry, or bored. Here's a quick trick. If someone's eyes widen suddenly, they're probably surprised, or just realized they forgot their wallet. If they're squinting slightly, they might be skeptical or analyzing something deeply. If their pupils dilate, they're either really interested in what you're saying, or they just saw their crush. Try this next time you're talking to someone. Watch their eyes. They'll tell you things their words won't. 2. Microexpressions. The feelings people try to hide. Ever notice how sometimes someone says they're fine, but their face twitches for half a second? That's a microexpression. These are tiny, involuntary facial movements that reveal true emotions, even when someone is trying to hide them. They last less than half a second, but once you start noticing them, you'll never be able to unsee them. A few key ones to watch for. A quick flash of anger, tight lips, narrowed eyes. They're annoyed but trying to stay polite. A micro smile when they're supposed to be sad. They might not be as upset as they claim. A momentary look of fear, raised eyebrows, widened eyes. They're nervous or uncertain. People might say one thing, but their face will always tell the truth. 3. Body language. The silent conversation. People don't just speak with words. They also talk with their bodies. And if you know what to look for, you can read them like an open book. Crossed arms, defensive, closed off, or uncomfortable. Leaning in while talking, they're interested. Fidgeting or shifting weight, nervous or impatient. Feet pointing towards the exit? They want to leave. Here's a fun challenge. Next time you're in a conversation, don't just listen to words. Watch body language. You'll pick up way more than you expect. All right, let's talk about something everyone wants to know. How to catch a liar. No, you don't need a polygraph machine. You just need to pay attention to a few classic signs of deception. 1. Inconsistent story. If someone keeps changing small details, they're probably making things up as they go. 2. Too many details. Over-explaining is a classic sign of lying. The truth is simple. Lies are complicated. 3. Delayed response. If you ask a simple question and there's a weird pause before they answer, their brain might be scrambling to create a lie. 4. Fake smile versus real smile. Real smiles involve the eyes. If their mouth is smiling but their eyes stay the same, something's off. Want a fun experiment? Ask someone an unexpected question and watch their reaction. If they stutter, hesitate, or repeat the question, their brain is buying time. Now you're probably wondering, can I actually get better at this? Yes, here's how. 1. Practice the RMET test. Look up the Reading the Mind in the Eyes test and challenge yourself. The more you do it, the better you'll get. 2. Observe more, talk less. Next time you're in a conversation, don't just focus on what's being said. Watch facial expressions, body language, and microexpressions. 3. Watch TV on mute. Try watching a scene from a movie without sound and guess what the characters are feeling. Then, turn the sound on and see if you were right. 4. Ask open-ended questions. Instead of asking yes, no questions, ask something that makes people think. You'll get more honest, revealing answers. 5. Mirror body language. Subtly mimicking someone's posture or gestures builds instant connection and makes people feel understood. So, can you actually read minds? Not in the science fiction way, but you can get really good at understanding what people are thinking, just by paying attention to subtle cues most people ignore. Start practicing today, and soon, you'll notice things that others completely miss. It's like unlocking a cheat code for social interactions. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button. And if you want to see more psychology tricks, subscribe and let me know in the comments. What's the most obvious lie someone has ever told you? Until next time, stay curious and keep reading minds.